So you're ready for the big show. 2.4 miles of swimming, 112 miles of cycling, and then a marathon, all under 17 hours. Hello again, I'm Dave Erickson. Here are my top 6 Ironmans for first-timers. At number 6, the Memorial Hermann Ironman Texas in the Woodlands. Athletes begin with a 2.4-mile swim in Lake Woodlands. Then the 112-mile bike course takes participants west through the scenic, rolling farmlands of East Texas. The day ends with a 26.2-mile run taking place entirely within the woodlands and concluding with a spectacular finish on Waterway Avenue. This race offers 50 qualifying slots for the Ironman World Championship in Kailua Kona, Hawaii. I think the Ironman Texas might appeal to first-timers who aren't ready to face an ocean swim. The lake swim is a unique point-to-point course that ends in a channel. Keep in mind, though, the water temperature can get warm enough that wetsuits will be prohibited. The race in 2014 is on May 17th. Go to IronmanTexas.com to learn more. At number 5, Ironman Lake Placid in Lake Placid, New York. Ironman Lake Placid is the longest-running American event aside from the Ironman World Championship in Hawaii. Located in the beautiful Adirondack Mountains, it's an accessible event every athlete should put on their bucket list. This race begins with a 2-loop swim in Clear Mirror Lake, with the famous sight line at the bottom of the lake to guide athletes. Transitioning into the Olympic speed skating oval to the bike, the rolling mountain views provide a scenic backdrop to the ride. 2 loops of 56 miles brings competitors back to the oval once again, where they begin their 26.2-mile run through the town and around the lake. This race offers 60 qualifying slots for the Ironman World Championship in Hawaii, but keep in mind you need to be a strong cyclist to take on the Adirondacks, but Lake Placid does have a few advantages for first-timers. In 2013, the race had a rolling start to prevent congestion in the water. Plus, the lake has an underwater cable, as I mentioned before, that stretches the length of the course route. If open water swimming isn't your thing, that cable is a nice guide. You can next race Ironman Lake Placid on July 27th, 2014. At number 4, Ironman Louisville in Kentucky. Since it was first held in Louisville in 2007, this race quickly became a signature event for the charm-filled city. This quintessential North American race provides athletes and spectators with endless entertainment, dining, and recreational opportunities. And with its 50 slots for the Ironman World Championship, it is a must-do for first-timers. Again, athletes will begin their day with a rolling swim start, that unique feature for a full-distance Ironman, and now a welcome one for those people nervous about the typical mass start. After lining up along the banks of the Ohio River for a first-come, first-served basis, competitors jump in one at a time to start their first leg of their 140.6-mile race. Upon exiting the water, you'll head into transition located on the Great Lawn, the centerpiece of Waterfront Park, before heading off for a 112-mile scenic bike ride. After finishing the bike, athletes only have one thing separating them from their memorable finish: 26.2 miles of flat running. Passing Churchill Downs, home of the famous Kentucky Derby, and the University of Louisville, there's no shortage of distractions. Welcome ones at that. The 2-loop run course comes to a close with 4th Street Live's energetic welcome. Spectators and volunteers bring each athlete in to realize their dream of becoming an Ironman. Ironman Louisville kicks off on August 24th, 2014. At number 3, Ironman Wisconsin in Madison, one of my favorites. I know I'm recommending this for first-timers, but it is by no means easy. But the more than 45,000 spectators who line the course through the farmland and the downtown streets of Madison will keep you moving forward toward its famous finish line. And it all kicks off with a 1-loop swim, which takes place in Lake Monona in downtown Madison. Spectators will have a panoramic view of the swim from the Monona Terrace, designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. The bike course takes riders 16 miles out of town before beginning 2 40-mile loops in rural Dane County. The course offers many tough climbs and turns throughout, but athletes will get a lift as they pass through the crowds at the Verona Loop Festival. Spectator support on the run course is legendary across the Ironman race circuit. Athletes will complete 2 loops, including downtown Madison, the University of Wisconsin campus, Camp Randall Stadium, and State Street. There are 50 qualifying slots for the Ironman World Championship in Kailua Kona in Madison. Next year's event is September 7th, 2014. At number 2, Ironman Florida in Panama City Beach, Florida. This race is a good one to join the Ironman ranks because of the flat bike and run courses. Plus, the crowd support provides the boost you need late in the race. The swim takes place in the Gulf of Mexico, where athletes will have a short beach run in between laps. Water temperature typically in the mid-70s, which allows athletes to wear wetsuits. The two-loop swim course gives spectators a bird's-eye view of the entire course. Now, after you exit the water, athletes are challenged, though, by a fast, flat one-loop bike course. The terrain pushes the body in ways that most athletes are not accustomed to. The absence of rolling hills and steep inclines forces consistent pacing. Winds are typically light in the morning, but become more challenging later in the day. With daylight saving time beginning the following day, early sunset reminds athletes that the bicycle cutoff is soon approaching. Now, the two-loop run course, while flat, has many turns throughout the local neighborhoods. In the spectator-friendly areas, thousands of residents and visitors emerge for fall get-togethers while supporting the competitors. The course also winds through St. Andrews State Park, a favorite among participants for its shaded areas and wildlife. After the second loop, athletes round the last corner for the final quarter mile to the finish. Again, 50 qualifying slots for the Ironman World Championship in Hawaii. And my number one Ironman for first-timers, Ironman Arizona in Tempe Town Lake. This too is a relatively flat 112-mile three-loop course and a run course with just a few rollers. But it all kicks off with a single-loop swim in Tempe Town Lake, which can be kind of chilly. Wetsuits are recommended. And I can't emphasize enough how spectator-friendly this course is. Friends and families can cheer on athletes more than a dozen times throughout the day thanks to the Hot Corner. This is a great end-of-season race in November and 50 qualifying slots for the Ironman World Championship the following year. For more details on these races and more, just visit Ironman.com. And those were my top 6 Ironmans for first-timers. I'm Dave Erickson. Thanks for watching.